Namaste students, myself Sunil Kumar from the Department of Computer Science. Today we are moving to 6th session based on the chapter Networking Concept, and today's our topic is Unguided Media. See, in the last session we discussed about the guided media and normally the types of network. Mainly if you want to transfer the data, there are two types of networks are available. One is guided media, one more is unguided media. In the guided media we discussed about twisted pair cables. Twisted pair cables, two wires are twisted. In that twisted pair cable there are two types. One is unshielded twisted pair, one more is shielded twisted pair, UTP and STP. The next one is coaxial cables. Coaxial cables is used for transmit the data for long distance compared to twisted pair, and there are two types are available in coaxial cables. One is a thick net, one more is thin net. And last we discussed about optical fiber cables. It is used for longer distance communication. And also we categorize the one more type, that is unguided media. In this session we are going to discuss about unguided medias. Normally unguided media is wireless media. If you are transfer the data without use of any wire, without using any wires, it is known as wireless media or unguided media. Unguided media mainly are of different types are there. One is radio waves, microwaves, satellite communication, laser and infrared rays. Here first one is radio waves. How we can transfer the data using the radio waves? The transmission making use of the radio frequencies, termed as radio wave transmission. If you are going to transfer the data using the radio waves, then it is known as radio wave transmission, or radio frequency if you are using, then it is known as radio wave transmission. Any radio setup has two parts. If you take a radio transmission, then it uses two parts. One is transmitter, second one is a receiver. Nowadays is available in single machine, that is known as trans receivers. Nowadays it is available in single machine, that is actually known as trans receivers. Normally two devices are required. One is transmitter, second one is receiver. The transmitter takes some sort of message. Means a transmitter, if you want to transfer the data from one device to another device, first transmitter will take one small message or short message, and that encodes that. After receiving the data, transmitter will take the data, then it will encode the data, and first encoding into sine waves. It first will encode the data into sine wave and transmit it into radio waves. Remember, first transmitter will take the data or short message, encode that into sine waves, then after that it transmits the data in the form of radio waves. The next, after transmitting the data, then receiver receives the radio wave which is transferred, then that it encodes to sine wave. It will encode the sine wave into a short message and then it is receives. So that is the two working of transmitter and receiver. Both the transmitter and receiver uses antennas to radiate and capture the radio signal. If you want to transfer the data or if you want to receive the data, both antennas required. In transmitter also contain antennas and receiver also should contain antenna, because based on the antenna height we can get the accurate data. That is in case of radio waves. If you use the radio waves, there are some advantages and also some disadvantages. The main advantage is provide mobility, means we can take the device to any place. We can take the device to any place and we can transmit or we can receive the data. Second one is inexpensive. Expense is less compared to other unguided medias. Expense is very less in case of radio waves, and it provides cheaper than digging trenches for laying cables. If you compare the guided media, if you are going to compare along with the guided media, we have to put the cable, you have to dig the earth and you have to put the cable for longer distance and all. That cost is going to reduce. And free from land acquisition rights. If you want to put cable in one place, we have to acquire the particular land or we have to purchase particular land. that is free in case of, that is not required in case of radio waves. Then disadvantages. It is an insecure communication. Security is less in case of radio waves. Other people can hack the data easily. If you use the radio waves, other people can hack the data easily. Susceptible to the weather effects like rain, thunder, storms, etc. For example, if you use the radio waves, it will affect by the rains, mainly rain, cloud and everything is, anything is there means it will affect by the cloud and rains. There is a main two disadvantage of the radio waves. Next one is microwave. Microwave transmission is a line of sight transmission. What does it mean by line of sight? Line of sight means if you want to transmit any data, antenna or you can say transmitter and receiver should be visible. If you want to transmit the data through the microwave, then transmitter and the receiver, both the antennas should be visible. Then only is possible to use the microwave. The transmit station must be visible to contact with the receive station. That I told, both the antennas should be visible. Then only is possible to transfer the data using the microwaves. This sets a limit on the distance between the stations depending on the local geography. Depending on the local geography, there is a limit is there. There is a limit between the two stations. If you are using a two tower, normally we'll say two towers are required. And if you want to transfer the data between one tower to another tower, based on the geographical nature, that distance will be covered. Normally, if hill station means, hill area means the distance should be less, and it's a flat surface means we can transfer the data for long distance. Microwave operates high operating frequencies of 3 to 10 gigahertz. Gigahertz is the frequency. In that frequencies we can transfer the data, or we can operate the microwave up to 10 gigahertz, 3 to 10 gigahertz. This allows the carrying large quantity of data due to their large bandwidth. Compared to other or compared to radio wave, the bandwidth is more, so it's possible to transfer the data. And here you can see the one figure. Here you can see one figure that shows line of sights. Line of sight means both the antenna should be visible. Both the antenna should be visible. You can take one is a transmitter, one more is a receiver. Both transmitter and receiver should be in line of sight, or it should be comes in a same line, and it is distance is based on the geographical nature. The next, advantages and disadvantages of microwave transmission. Advantages: maintenance easy than cables. Compared to the guided media, maintenance easy. Compared to radio waves, it is difficult, but compared to the cables or guided media, it is easy to maintain in case of microwaves. Suitable when cable cannot be used. When some places in hill areas, and when a forest is there, is not possible to dig the forest, that they are not, land acquisition rights are not given in that place means it is suitable. Whenever cable connection is not possible to use, at that time we can use the microwave. Free from land acquisition rights. No need to acquire the land for transmit, or if you want to use the microwave. Low cost for land purchase. If you want to purchase the land, cost will be reduced, because here if you use the cables throughout, where and all cable going, at that place you have to purchase the land. But if you use the microwave, only two towers are required. Only two towers are required. So only that keeping, or to place the tower, we require the place. To place the tower, then we require small amount of area, that will reduce the cost. Then carry high frequency of information, because they are due to their high operating frequencies. The frequency is 3 to 10 gigahertz, so it will carry high quantity of information. It's possible to transfer the high quantity of information. Then repeaters are then disadvantages. Repeaters are required for long distance communication. If you want to transfer the data using the microwave for long distance, whenever distance is more then we have to use the repeaters. Repeater will receive the data and amplify, and once again you will send the data to other tower. Then next, less bandwidth available compared to the satellite communication. bandwidth is less. Reflected from flat surface like water and metals. Whenever if you are using the towers, whenever metal or whenever water is there means the signal is going to reflect. It will signal is going to reflect, then you will not get the accurate data. That is the main disadvantage of microwave transmission. Next one is satellite communication. In case of satellite communication, it uses of transponders. It uses transponder that are set in geostationary orbit directly over the equator. I am not going to explain the geography here, just you understand that here satellite communication, it uses one device in satellite, that is known as transponder. That is known as transponder. That unit receive on the frequency and transmit to another. Normally it uses transponder in satellite that will receive the data and also it will transmit the data. It uses one transponder device, that is receive the data and also it will transmit the data. The next one is satellite communication is special case of microwave relay system. It is a special case. If you want to transfer the long distance communications, then it uses the microwave. That is a special type of microwave because of it uses for long distance. These geostationary orbits are 22,000 to 36,000 kilometer long from Earth surface. The distance of that satellite communication 22,000 to 36,000 kilometer from the Earth surface. It uses uplink and downlink. Normally uplink is the transmitter of data to the satellite. Uplink is mainly uses to transmit the data to transponder or we can say satellite. If you want to transmit the data from our system to uplink, or if our system to, if you are using satellite, then it is known as uplink. Downlink means it is a device that will receive the data from satellite. Uplink is used for transmit and downlink is used for receive the data. Uplink and downlinks are also called earth stations. It is also known as earth stations because they are located on the earth. Here you can see the figure. Earth surface is given and also satellite. The satellite, it uses transponders. Remember, two transponders are there. One is for receiving, one more is for transmitting. Here one device sending the data to the satellite, that is actually known as uplink. In left side we can see one device that is transmitting the data to satellite, that is uplink. And when you are going to receive the data in one more antenna, we are using one more antenna to receive the data, that is known as downlink. Uplink and downlink. The next, advantages and disadvantages of satellite communication. Main advantage is the area coverage through satellite to satellite transmission is large. If you are using the satellite communication, then it covers maximum area to transmit the data or receive the data. And remember, here no line of sight restrictions. There is no restriction of line of sight. No need to both the devices, transmitter and receiver, or we can say satellite and uplink or downlink or stations, earth stations, no need in a line of sight propagation, no need to be visible. Then earth station which receives the signal can be fixed in a one position or relatively mobile. Or normally we can say, if you want to receive the data from satellite, either we can fix in one place, or we can change. It also provide the portability, or we can say relatively mobile. You can also take, if you see some channel vehicles, if you take any news channel vehicles, it uses one antenna, that is actually mobility, that uses the relatively mobile antennas. Wherever they are going, they will use or they will receive the data in the by using that antennas. That is actually known as relatively mobile. Where they are going, at that place they can take that one. Then disadvantages. Disadvantages, it is very expensive compared to any other communications. This is very expensive. You have to use one satellite. Then installation is very complex. If you are going to install the satellite, whatever it is, that is very complex. Signal sent to the station can be tampered by external interface. So when you're going to receive the data from satellite, because of rain or weather, any weather condition, we will not get the accurate data. That is the main disadvantages of the satellite communication. We discussed about now, one is radio waves, microwave and satellite communication. Other than these three, we are using one more method, that is infrared rays. This type of transmission uses the infrared light to transmit the data. It uses infrared light to send the data, or mainly if you are going to send the data, it uses infrared rays. You can see this type of transmission every day in life. Every day we are seeing this one in TV remotes. Normally in TV remotes, automotive doors, when you are going to use automotive doors, and wireless speakers or wireless mouse, all these cases we are using infrared rays to transmit the data. The infrared light transmit the data through air and can propagate throughout a room. Bouncing of surfaces, it will not penetrate walls. Remember, it is used for small area and also propagate throughout a room. And remember, it will not penetrate the walls. The next one is infrared transmission has become common in PDS, personal digital assistant. Normally personal digital assistant means it's a PDS. In that PDS is a common. We will use wireless speakers, wireless mouse, everything we are using, or wireless printers, any device. All the devices uses the infrared radiations. The infrared transmission is considered to be a secure one compared to other transmission. Infrared transmission is a secured transmission. The next we are using lasers. Compared to infrared, laser is requires line of sight propagation, means both the transmitter and receiver should be visible to transmit the data. It is unidirectional like microwave, but it has much higher speed than microwaves because it uses light signals. Speed of the light, you know that, so speed is compared to more in case of microwaves. The laser transmission requires use of laser transmitter and possess photosensitive receiver at each end. In both the side, transmitter and receiver is required. Normally the receiver uses photosensitive receiver. Normally we will say one transmitter and receiver is required in both the ends or both the antennas. The laser transmission is point to point transmission, typically between two buildings. If you want to transfer the data between one building to another building, not for long distance, only small distance, if you want to transfer the data, we can use laser transmission, and it is point to point transmission. One point to another point we can transmit the data. And disadvantage is it can be adversely affected by weather. When either or cloud or rain is there, means it is both the devices are not visible. At that time both the devices are not visible, means transmitter and receiver is not visible. At that time is not possible to transfer the data in case of laser beams. So we reach the end of session today. In this session we discussed mainly about unguided medias like radio waves, microwaves, satellite communication, infrared and laser. So I'll wind up my session today. Thank you.